Good morning, Year 2. Yesterday we looked at recognising a half, and today we are going to look at how to find a half. So let's get started with our anchor question. Today I want to know, if I wanted to split my sweets in half, how many groups would I need to make? So you can pause the video now if you want and you can work it out. You could get an amount of sweets and split them. But I want to know how many groups I would need to make if I wanted to split my sweets in half. And the answer is I would need 2 equal groups. And equal is the really important part because it's only half if we have the same amount of sweets in each group. Today I've got 8 carrots altogether and I want to share them into 2 equal groups. How can I do this? Now the easiest way for me is to draw my groups. So I'm going to draw 2 groups. Group 1 and group 2. And then I'm going to share them. And I do it one at a time. Just like this. Like that. Sharing them between my 2 groups. And then I like to just double check to make sure that they're equal. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are equal because they have the same amount of carrots in each group. Miss Smith says that if she has 9 bananas, she would not be able to share them equally into 2 groups. Is she correct? Well, we're going to see if she is or not. So what I'm going to do again to help me is draw 2 circles. There's one there. Oh, that's a dodgy circle, Miss French. And one there. And then we're going to share them. So, just like before, 1 and then another one. And keep sharing until they have all run out. Oh, I've got a spare banana. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in this group and 1, 2, 3, 4 in this group. If I put it over here, my groups won't be equal because I would have 5 in group 1 and 4 in group 2. If I put it over here, I've got 4 in group 1 and 5 in group 2. So I can't put it in either group because then they wouldn't be equal. I can't cut it in half because we're only talking about whole bananas. So Miss Smith is correct. She cannot share her 9 bananas equally. I want to use this array to find 1/2 of 12. Now you should all be very familiar with arrays. We've done lots of work on them at school. I'm going to be really sneaky and clever, and I'm going to split this array straight down the middle to make 2 groups. So look, you can see I've got group 1 here and then I've got group 2 here. How many have I got in group 1? You can count with me. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in group 2, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are equal. So 1/2 of 12 is 6. Now, I'm going to be really sneaky now. I am going to split my array in half vertically down the middle. Can I still do this? Is that still showing half? Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 counters in group 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 counters in group 2. So it doesn't matter which way you split your array as long as you've got equal groups. So I know that 1/2 of 12 equals 6. Okay. Now, this one's a bit trickier, so listen carefully. Here are half of my cookies. I've only got half of them out of the packet. The other half is still in the cupboard. But I want to know then, how many have I got in total? So, what do we know about halves? We know that half is 1 out of 2 equal groups. So I need to work out how many are in this group and create group 2. So in group 1, I have got 1, 2, 3, 4 cookies. So let's now create group 2. So I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So here are my 2 groups, and what I will do is I will just circle them so you can see the 2 groups. So I've got one group there and another group here. Okay, so in total, how many cookies do I have altogether? So here's half and here's the other half. So if I put them all together to make a whole, what is my whole packet of cookies? How many were in the packet? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the answer would be 8. 1/2 of 8 equals 4. Okay, so today your questions are on sheets as usual. Bronze, you have got to tick the correct answer. So you need to find half of the cricket balls and then tell me how many are half. The same with the teddy bears. And then for question 2A and 2B, you need to circle half. For 3A, you're going to use the bar model and you're going to complete it. So you've got 10 counters and you need to split them into the 2 groups and complete the statement. And then the same with the part whole model. Okay, remembering what our 10s and 1s look like to help us answer that one. Silver, you're doing questions 1 to 4 on the silver and gold sheet. And your questions are quite self-explanatory. You need to share the counters and then complete the statements. And then if you haven't got counters, you can use anything you want. Pencils, pens, cuddly toys, anything will work. You need to get 10 of them. Can you share them into 2 equal groups? Can you share 11 into equal groups? It says talk about it with a partner, but if you want to write a sentence as well, you can do. Then you need to share Mo and Eva's tennis balls. And then with arrays. Now I would go back to my slides where I showed you my sneaky tricks for finding half by using an array. And then gold, you are doing questions 5 to 8. You're talking about Rosie running. Annie's got some sweets. It's a bit like my cookies question, so go back to that slide if you need some help. Colouring some shapes, colouring half of some shapes and finishing the sentences. And then you've got some that are just number sentences, so have a go at those. And platinum, you've got 5 questions. You need to tell me if Caleb is correct. Use these cards to complete the statements. Obviously you won't use all of them because there are 5 cards and only 4 boxes. Joey's got a problem with some money and he wants to buy a ball. Can you explain how you know how much his ball costs? And then you as well have got a bar model. So you've got 22 and you need to split that into 2 groups and then find half of the carrots. I hope you found that useful. If you've got any questions as usual, just send me or Miss Smith an email. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.